gave you their mandates, irrespective of their party affiliation, irrespective of their tribe, irrespective of their religion. Every single person has a stake when it comes to you as a governor, or you as a local government chairman, or you as a councillor, or you as a president, or you as a senator, House of Reps, House of Assembly. Every single person that falls under your constituency deserves every single thing they get from you. I mean, it's not about, I got more vote from these people, I got less vote from these people, and I will just get into that space. No, and that's not what we get up to say. I'm here, also party, make me your governor. At that point, you lost the right to take sides. You lost the right to do something for these people because of your own political perception. Oh, I did not win this local government during the election, so I will not develop this local government. No, that is not how a leader works. A leader covers every space. I was talking to a colleague yesterday on our way home, and I said, one unique thing about this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the fact that he is ruling against the opposition. And this is what I mean. He won the election with less than 9 million votes, but if you combine what the PDP that came second in the election, the Labour Party that came third in the election, the New Nigerian People's Party that came fourth, systems where the ruling party had almost times 2 of the numbers that was themselves. If you've been in the media space since last week, Thursday, and now, then you understand that the decision of Mr. President to suspend the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, that's Honorable Minister, she cannot be by the spokesperson of Mr. President during Galele, saying that the voices would continue to go up. People would constantly ask questions until we get to that point where we can say our democracy is truly growing. You're welcome to the show today. We're going to go a bit political, and then we look at the conversations around off-cycle elections in this country. So we're going to be crossing to one of the states that would be having an election this year. Remember last year we had 3 off-cycle elections in November, specifically on the 11th of November. We had in Imo, we had in Kogi, and we had in Bayelsa. Now this year there will be off-cycle elections for gubernatorial seats in Edo State and Ondo State. Coincidentally, both Edo and Ondo share border. In fact, they're almost into each other. If you're coming in from the Kogi axis, you just almost like a single joint. This one takes you into Akoko, October. And so we have that's not what we're going to be focusing on the show today. We'll actually look at how much do we need to sustain this democracy, so that we take the baby steps that we're gaining, the little wins that we're gaining. I mean, this is about the longest stretch of democracy that we've had since 1999 till now. We've not had any military interruption whatsoever. That's about 25 years. And we've had a very successful transition of power from Olusegun Obasanjo 1999 to 2007, and head over to late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Well, he died, and then former President Goodluck Jonathan completed the 2 years, contested his own as well, did his 4 years. We moved over to 2015. There was a merger of ACN, and then a faction of ABGA, a faction of PDP. Then we had the NNPP, and then before we knew what was happening, for the first time in our democratic history, a ruling party lost a presidential election, and so APC took over. Buhari did his 4 years. So we've had 5 presidents, no interruption. As much as we're still learning through the ropes of our election, the most important thing is that we've made that progress. We've not had reasons to say, oh, there was a coup, or we suspended our constitution. So in between that period, but for every democracy to continue to thrive, we must make sure that elections are done properly, they are done transparently, and they are done with every single demand of the law, which is really key. I remember last year, 2022 rather, when the former president Muhammadu Buhari signed the Electoral Act as amended into law. There were a lot of questions around it, a lot of hopes going into the election that it was going to deliver credible election. We saw it played out in Osun State, good election. We saw it play out in 𝗃𝗃 State, fair election. And so we went into last year's election with so much expectations. Mr. ANSLEM 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗏 Esquire is a law in Nigeria. Good evening, Mr. ANSLEM. Thank you for joining us on the show today. Hello? Okay, we'll try and reconnect with him. I've had him on the line since we started off the introduction. We'll try and reconnect again. And we just look at how much all of these conversations. I remember, big shout out to Joseph Olonsho, by the way. I remember there was a time we had the hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Okay.
I can hear you clearly. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. You're live on mainland 98.3 FM. And my name is Opeyemi. Okay. So let's go straight up into the conversation. One of the things that helps democracy to grow is election. And from your own perspective, you've been around the corridors of power for a very long time as a deputy chief of staff, as a commissioner, as the head of primary education board. You've been around this space for a while. What can you say about our democracy from 1999 till now, especially in the process of election?
Well, like has been pointed out, it's significant that we have had an uninterrupted democratic history from 1999 to date. That is something that is quite significant. It is also significant that we have enjoyed some level of stability, even though insecurity has had its own toll on the polity. What worries one most is the process, the electoral process. A lot has been done in terms of electoral reforms, amendments to the election, but if you look, you will find the more you see recklessness play out in terms of human, manipulation. Sometimes brazenly,